Here's Rachel Maddow. I mean, my gosh, if this woman doesn't deserve the title of chief leftist extremist queen, I don't know who does, because she was sort of the origin point of so many of these nutty stories, right? She used to go on and on about the Trump dossier that was all fake, by the way, every single night on MSNBC. And now she considers herself a so-called historian and is going back and looking at Germany and pre-World War II Germany and post-war Germany and this, that, and the other, and then is trying to sell this idea that somehow if Donald Trump comes in, it's the end of politics, it's the end of the country, it's the end of two sides, because he's going to take that away. He, she says, is going to be a dictator because he's not going to allow the other side. I mean, it does seem to me that that's already going on, courtesy of Joe Biden. But listen to Rachel.
What he's offering is what he both sort of inherently offers and now more and more explicitly offers, which is, if you pick me, that'll be the end of politics. And you won't have to deal with politics anymore. You won't have to deal with contested elections. You won't have to deal with contests or divisions when it comes to power. You'll have a strongman leader and I'll just do what I want. And won't that be a lot simpler? That's what he's offering. That strongman model is what the Republican base is enthused about. And that is something that sets him apart from every other Republican candidate. And I think that we're naive to think that he's tricking people into picking him and then surprise, he's going to act like a dictator. What he's offering is strongman leadership, the end of politics, the end of elections, the end or the sidelining or domesticating, as Ruth Ben-Ghiat says, of the judiciary and the Congress. He'll be
excuse me. I do seem to think that that's actually exactly what the left is offering. Am I not right? I mean, they're shutting down. I mean, they're totally shutting down one side. I mean, think about cancel culture on steroids. Think about how they have tried to insist that it's only their way. I mean, think of all the DEI and ESG stuff that we have been dealing with, ladies and gentlemen. You want to tell me that's not one side, the left shutting down the other? Think about everything that's happened. Oh, I don't know, as far as Hunter Biden's laptop goes. That was misinformation. And you were going to get shut down if you actually even talked about it. Turns out, what do you know? That laptop was real. The FBI was investigating it. It's just that the Biden team didn't want you to know. They didn't want you to talk about it. And so Rachel Maddow, as she goes on and on and on about how Trump is going to actually be the dictator and shut things down, listen to her here, because she starts referencing Germany. She references 1952 Germany and how they basically wiped out one party that they feared was going to take them in the right direction. And then she suggests that we do the exact same thing here. She suggests that the left wipe out the right, wipe out Trump and the entire party of quote unquote MAGA enthusiasts, right? Because that's the right thing to do. And like, I'm sorry, who's she calling dictator? Watch.
In the post-war years, 1952, they banned parties that wanted to use the democratic process to come back in and dismantle democracy. They haven't done it since then, but they're ready to do it now with this iteration of the far right. And we're obviously considering that with potential insurrectionist being back on the ballot in Meltdown.
You see where she's going? We're considering that. We're considering taking out one side altogether. And you know what? She's right. I mean, that's what Colorado's doing. That's what Maine's doing. They are trying to take out Donald Trump before you have a chance to vote for him. How is that not a kind of dictatorship? How is that not a suppression of the people, including 75 million that voted for him last time and possibly more this time?